Just before we begin this evening, I don't know what's going on in my throat. I just want to take the time to just acknowledge our three student trustees that are here with us this evening. Just give them a round of applause and welcome them to the table with us. And just to say to all three of you, we are looking forward to working alongside you and to ensure that you have all the necessary tools to represent your peer within your respective community or schools. So with that said, I'm going to call this meeting to order, and I'm going to ask for the national anthem and the land acknowledgement. And for those of us that can stand when we get to the national anthem, I'm going to ask you to do so, please, and thank you.
The land upon which we work, live, and sustain ourselves is the ancestral and treaty lands of the Michizagig Anishinaabe, also known today as the Mississaugas of the Credit, the rightful caretakers and title holders of this land. We also recognize the rich pre-contact history and relationships which include the Anishinaabe and the Ongwe-Hongwe.
Since European contact, this land continues to be home to Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. As responsible community members, we value the diversity, dignity, and worth of all people.
Colonialism displaced and dispossessed Indigenous peoples of their ancestral land
and continues to deny their basic human rights, dignities, and freedoms.
We are committed to learning true history to reconcile, make reparations, and fulfill our treaty obligations to the original peoples and our collective responsibilities to the lands, water, animals, and each other for future generations.
Thank you. So I'm going to call for the approval of the agenda this afternoon. Trustee Bailey, Trustee Obbs. All those in favor, approval of the agenda. Carries. Thank you. Declaration of conflict of interest. Looking around the table, I'm seeing none. Thank you. I'm going to go to 6, and 6.1 is our staff retirement. Trustee and Vice Chair Johal, turn it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Green, and through you, we are so pleased to celebrate and honor our retiring staff members. Each and every month, we take a moment to recognize and celebrate employees who have recently retired or they are approaching the finish line of their service with the Peel District School Board. Today, we are delighted to honor 13 employees who are concluding their service with the board. Each of them has left a meaningful legacy through their work, and their impact will continue to resonate in the classrooms, hallways, and lives of those they have served. The retiring staff members are 7 classroom teachers, 1 custodial staff, 3 educational assistants through administrative support. Retirees, your dedication to helping students achieve their full potential is appreciated. As you step into the next chapter of your life, we extend our heartfelt gratitude and best wishes. Your contributions have made a lasting impact, and you will be truly missed. Your legacy will continue to inspire those who follow in your footsteps. We wish you all the very best for a happy retirement Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair, Vice Chair. I'm going to ask Trustee Benjamin, Trustee Cameron to put that on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. So I'm going to move down to the Chair's announcements. And tonight, I'm just going to take a moment in my announcement, to take a moment to highlight some of my colleagues. It's been a while that we have been at the sport table, working cohesively together to continue to build and ensure that we are not only ensuring that our students are succeeding and achieving, and that every student have the tools that they need to continue to strive in our community. So one of the things is that a lot of time you see trustees at this table, we do not know what role and what they play, their responsibilities, and what they do beyond the board table. So tonight, I want to give you a little flavor. And my goal is to also, for trustees who are not doing anything, are not going beyond the call, are going beyond the board table, is to inspire you, to ensure that you start getting to the point where you step out of your comfort zone and start ensuring that all our students are provided the tools that they need to succeed beyond the board table. So tonight, if you will allow me about 8 minutes or so, just to highlight some of the work that has been done in the board. So I will read the first thing, the first bullet and PowerPoint here, and then I will walk you through. None of my colleagues is aware that I'm going to do this tonight. The school board trustees are elected officials who serve as the governance body of the Peel District School Board. They are responsible for setting strategic direction, ensuring accountability, representing the interests of student families and the broader community. They are the voice of our community. September undoubtedly is the busiest time of year for the Peel District School Board, not only trustees, but Peel District School Board staff. Marked by a flood of parent call, emails, and visit, trustee must listen and respond to concerns, advocate for timely resolution to help family feel supported during uncertainties. It's not just about answering the call. It's about building trust, solving problem, ensuring every student start the year with the support they need to strive within our board. Next. I'm going to turn to Trustee Cameron. Trustee Cameron is the chair for Planning and Wellbeing Committee. Trustee Cameron is known for his strong ethical leadership and unwavering belief in the power of education to transform lives. He continues to represent the voice of Caledon family, which is shaping policies and support inclusive, high-quality learning environment across the board. And he is the only trustee for Caledon. Next. So, in his community, Trustee Cameron, one of his pet peeve initiative that he has been driving over the last little while, it is gardening project. And we listen to him, we go and we see his work in action, and he is on a path to ensure that every school in Caledon has a gardening program. And not just have the program, they're using these gardening program to support their local community, and they're supporting vulnerable family. Partnering with Amazon, Trustee Cameron helped to contribute over 500 school supply kit, including additional delivery of 150 bags to Tony Pontes Public School. Trustee Cameron, even I can say this, I didn't have this there, but even in the summertime when school is out, you can see him in Caledon going around watering these plants while students is out. So this afternoon, I want to say thank you, Trustee Cameron, for continue going above and beyond the board table. Next, Trustee Brad McDonald and Trustee Lucas Ovs. They're both chair and vice chair of the policy committee. Trustee Alves, and they both play a vital role in shaping policy that strengthen Peel District School Board multi-year strategic plan. Together, they advance inclusive education, equity, student success by developing governance framework that reflect the board core commitment. With compassion, insight, and a deep commitment to education, equity, Trustee McDonald and Alves help ensure every student is seen, heard, and supported. Trustee Brad and Trustee Alves, I want to say thank you for what you do. Continue. Trustee Will Davies, who's the chair of the discipline committee. And I can tell you this is not an easy committee to chair because I have to pinch it sometimes in there. And we have to make some great decisions around student, success, because even at the time when we do these hearings, it's all about with the student in mind. And Trustee Davey, decisions are made with transparency, equity, compassion. He works closely with trustees and senior staff to uphold students' rights while maintaining a safe, respectful learning environment. And I know for certain he takes this committee very, very personal. He's very passionate about chairing this committee. And I want to say thank you, Trustee Davies, for your work and chairing that committee. Next, Trustee Carla Bailey and Trustee Kathy McDonald. These are two trustees that basically, there's a lot that they do beyond the board table. But one of the things that I really admire about these two trustees is about their vital role that they play in advancing anti-racism, culturally responsive education at the Ontario School Board Association level. Their purpose is to amplify Black voice, advocate for system change, and hold boards accountable for their commitment and racial equity. And I personally can attest to the work that both of them has done as part of the Ontario Black Trustee Caucus, because I've witnessed this firsthand, and I want to say thank you for always standing up for our Black students. Trustee Jill Promoli is a champion for fair funding for a special needs student. I can tell you, Trustee Promoli, if she had her way, every student would have the fund that they need. The number of calls that I take from her all the time, always fighting for what I call those that are in need, consistently increase. She called for consistent increase in investment. And sometimes even when she calls me and I said, okay, all right, just leave this one to start. She said, no, Chair Green, no. We got to stand up. We got to let our voice be heard. We got to keep fighting. Our funding for special needs students need to be improved. And in our community, Trustee Promoli, the next slide, I hope, this one is dear to your heart. I know after the loss of your son, Jude, from a school flu infection, you has been a leading advocate for illness prevention and vaccination awareness. Through your campaign for your son and for every child, every family that you encounter, you continue to encourage them to protect their children. And in doing so, you're protecting every child in the Peel District School Board. I want to thank you for your constant advocacy. Trustee Susan Benjamin, they support, Trustee Benjamin continue to be the voice and pick. That's picked me in the Parents Involvement Committee. She works with parents, caregivers, staff to strengthen family engagement across the board. She ensures parents' voices are heard, valued, reflect in board decision, while supporting school council, sharing resources, and promoting inclusive practice. Trustee Benjamin also sits on various different organizations outside the board. For example, MBC is one of those boards that she sits on because some of us trustees step outside of the board to carry on other responsibility. And many times when nobody select certain committees that we have to sit on outside, I go to Trustee Benjamin and I ask nicely, and she just put up her hand. So thank you, Trustee Benjamin. Next, Trustee Satpal Johal Singh. He's the Vice Chair of the Board, and Trustee Johal support myself as the Chair because she is the person that step in when I'm not around, when I can't attend the event. He stepped in and ensured that everything is done. Continue, he worked alongside me to ensure that the voice of the community is brought to the directors so the director can bring that forward to her staff. And I want to thank you to continue aligning everything that comes back to our multi-year strategic plan. So thank you for your support. Trustee Jeff Clark and Trustee Leon Cole. Jeff Clark is the voice of Indigenous, and Trustee Cole is representative voice of mental health, safety, and inclusive and well-being on the board. Thank you for all you do as trustee of this board. Trustee Clark, Trustee Cole, thank you. As the chair of the board, it is an honor to lead this board and to provide a leadership of this board. It is not just able to sit here and preside over board meeting. It is about a collaboration. Our decision that we make every day align with our multi-year strategic plan, working closely with the Director of Education and senior leadership team, ensuring that our student achievement and well-being is at the forefront of every single thing that we do. And I could not be more honored to work with a more supportive partner as our director. Sometimes we're brainstorming together. She's calling me any hour. I'm calling her any hour. Some time ago, I met her husband and he said to me, now I know when she's always running off to take those calls, who it is. I put a face to those calls. And I want to tell you, it is not easy to be the chair of a big board. There's many things that my trustees, colleagues don't see, but we constantly, after one fire, another fire, we constantly work cohesively to put them out. Why? Because we love what we do. We love our student, and we want to ensure that our student is succeeding. And for me, and that's why I thank you. It's not about sitting here and being in the chair. I'm also responsible to ensure that I protect this board and to ensure that this board every time show up to be the best board across the province. Just next, please. And everyone know beyond this board table, I'm deep in my community. I run my own organization that support, I would say 95% of the student we support. Last year alone, we support 3,557 students, all from Peel School Board. This summer alone, we had 415 Peel students at our summer program at little or no cost to family who cannot afford it. And we provide a multiple of service. We work along Peel's Children Aid Societies to ensure that those families, children who have been removed, that those families are empowered, give them the tools that they need, and reunite them with their families. One of the thing for me about this is our food insecurity program, and to see that we got 12 schools, and tomorrow, Friday, it will be 14 schools that will access food hamper every single Friday to take to their, we have principals that are picking up from us. Presently, we deliver 157 bags of goods to schools so that they can support families in their schools that are in need. And not only beyond that, we provide scholarships to our students, especially our Black students who are going on to post-secondary education. And I can tell you something, I am proud. I'm proud to lead this organization. I'm proud of what we do for Peel students. It's not about me. Just recently, we had a basketball game where we played against the Peel Region Police, and 3 of the police that played against us are former free-for-all students. I was standing there when one of them jumped on my back and tried to cover my eyes. That is a legacy for me. It's not, I'm doing this for thanks, but when I see the success of our student, that is my legacy. So I thank you. I thank you to all the staff, everyone that supports and make this possible. Next. Working in partner with the Director of Education, work alongside and Director Saru is not only impactful, but it's also essential. Together, we ensure that the board decisions are grounded in student needs, operational reality, and the strategic vision that guide our schools. This partnership allows us to move from policy to practice, turning ideas into action, challenge into solution. It is how we build trust, drive innovation, deliver meaningful outcome for students and their family right across the Peel. And as I said before, I could not be more honored to work with an amazing director. They would say she's quiet, but my goodness, I tell you, you are a true champion for our community. And I thank you for the work that you do. And I know you could not do that without your senior staff. So to all the staff here tonight, thank you for everything that you do every day. Sometimes somebody may look at you and say, but you get paid to do it. But I see the way you do it. You do it with a heart. You do it with your passion. You ensure that our students are striving. And that's the reason why, for me, I will not stop fighting for our students to be the best that they can be, that they are future ready. So thank you allowing me this time this afternoon just to highlight how we are working here in Peel to strengthen our system and to providing the tools to our students. Thank you very much. So Trustee Brad McDonald, Trustee Davey is going to put that on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. And to 7.1, and just want to report to, as we all know, that the essential governance and mandatory training was provided by the Ministry of Education to trustees across the province, and we had a deadline out to when to complete those. And I am proud to say that Peel trustees was able to complete the training on time. So I'm glad to report back, because I was concerned, I was worried, but I'm really happy to say, and I think we can all pat ourselves on the back that we did a good job and complete those training. And don't get comfortable, because there's more training coming this year. We were told that there will be more. So Trustee Bailey, Trustee Johal is putting those on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. So moving down to 8, I have no trustee. Okay, all right, okay. So, all right, go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to again say that the Brampton School Traffic Safety Committee did have their first meeting, and so we completed our initial site visit of Red Cedar. I want to thank staff for making sure I was prepared for that, to know that there are 852 students and 43 go by bus. It's mostly a walking school, and we looked really professional. And just a reminder out to all the superintendents and all the principals, if you are having some issues with pickup or drop off and want the the Brampton School Traffic Safety Committee to look at and do a site visit, we're more than open to do that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chair Green.
Okay, thank you, Trustee Promoli. No, I need Trustee Cole, Trustee K. McDonald, put that on the floor for me. All those in favor, receipt that. Thank you, carries. Trustee Promoli, go ahead.
And this worked pretty well last year, but Mississauga Traffic Safety ditto. So reach out anytime. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, Trustee Cameron, Trustee Alves, putting that on the floor for me. All those in favor, carries. Thank you, Trustee Promoli. And I'm going to go down to 9.1, which is the minutes of our board meeting on August the 27th. They're here. I'm going to ask Trustee Bailey, Trustee Clark, put them on the floor for me. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Minutes from our special ed of June the 17th. Trustee Hall, Trustee Benjamin. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. PPMB, September 9. Trustee Cameron, Trustee Alves. Question, concern? See none. All right. All those in favor? Carries. Okay. Out of that meeting also, there is a motion from our planning committee. And Trustee Cameron, this is yours. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. All right, I'll come back. Give this to Brad. Oh, Lucas. Lucas. No, the policy. Give the planning to Stan.
The plan.
Okay, go ahead and read it for me.
We're sure we're doing this?
Yeah.
I don't see the motion on the agenda, that's all. I just see the minutes.
Oh, sorry, sorry sorry, Trustee Cameron, I gave you the wrong. It was when I get to governance, sorry. I get to governance. Yeah, sorry. So before I go to governance, there's the minutes from our parents' involvement, Susan Benjamin, trustee, and Trustee Bailey, putting that on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carry. Thank you. All right, now I can go to governance. There, here's Trustee Halves. Who was there? Trustee Promoli. Okay, question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Out of that, there's the motion. And Trustee Halves is he was the chair, so he's gonna read that motion for me.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, through you, motions for consideration, Governance and Policy Committee, arising from a meeting of the Governance and Policy Committee held on September 17th of 2025. The following recommendations are brought to the board for approval. 1, emergency preparedness policy, that the updated emergency preparedness policy be approved, Appendix 1. 2, trustee honoraria policy 2025 through to 2026. 1, that the revised trustee honoraria policy pertaining to the year November 15th, 2025 to November 14th, 2026 be approved, effective November 15th, 2025. And furthermore, that the trustee honoraria policy pertaining to the period of November 15th, 2024 to November 14th, 2025 be repealed, effective November 15th, 2025, Appendix 2.
Okay. And you're putting that on the floor for me. And who is Trustee Jill Promoli? Question and concern? Want to speak? Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, I just wanted to say just quickly, thank you to staff regarding the emergency preparedness policy for the additional time spent talking about this following the meeting. I found the answers I received to be very, very helpful. So thank you to everyone who took the time for that, because I had some questions and it was great. So thank you.
Okay, all right. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. All right, so we're going to move down to the next item, which is staff report and directors through 11.1.
Thank you, and through you, Chair Green, I will now ask Associate Director Harjeet Aujla to present the Multi-Year Strategic Plan Progress Report 1.1.
Thank you very much, Director Swaroop, and through you, Chair Green. In alignment with the multi-year strategic plan, the Equity, Indigenous Education, and Community Engagement Department delivered a series of culturally responsive summer programs that supported academic achievement and community engagement for Black and Indigenous students. Highlights include the Indigenous Summer School, Afrocentric Summer School, 100 Strong Summer Academy for Black Boys, and Agents for Social Change program, each integrating land-based learning, mentorship, and culturally responsive programming. These initiatives not only resulted in strong academic outcomes for students, but also fostered cultural pride, sense of student engagement across all programs. The programs demonstrate the transformative impact of inclusive education and the groundwork for expanded year-round offerings and strengthened partnerships within these areas. I would now like to invite Superintendent of Equity, Indigenous Education, and Community Engagement, Athea Grant, to present the Multi-Year Strategic Plan Progress Report 1.1.
Thank you, Associate Director Ajla, and through you, Chair Green. So I will just expand on what Associate Director Ajla has just reported. Certainly to support the goals of achievement and equity and inclusion within the multi-year strategic plan, the OHA HIYO Indigenous Summer School Program was developed in partnership with the Indigenous Education Team and the University of Toronto at Mississauga. The program created a culturally grounding land-based learning experience where 7 Indigenous students and 1 non-Indigenous student earned a senior university English credit. Students engaged in teach-ins from knowledge keepers with academic study that linked curriculum to land, history, and their lived experiences. Every student successfully earned their credits and left with a deeper sense of cultural pride and interest in pursuing post-secondary education. As one student said, "I'm not just learning English, I'm learning how to tell my story." Similarly, next slide, please. And next slide. Similarly, the Afrocentric Summer School Pilot Program was intentionally developed through collaboration with the Equity Department, the Network of Black Studies Educators, and Continuing Education Department to address the persistent academic disparities experienced by Black students, particularly in math. We offered grade 9 and grade 10 credits in math, English, and history within a culturally responsive Afrocentric framework. Students explored the contributions of Black mathematicians, scientists, and historical leaders while developing essential skills for academic rigor and success. The work is data-driven and the results are powerful. Of the 45 students taking math, there was a 95% pass rate, with 78% of students demonstrating measurable growth in problem solving and conceptual understanding of math. 100% of the students passed English and history. Beyond the numbers, students reported increased confidence, enjoyment of math, and pride in their heritage. One student reflected, I always thought I wasn't a math person, but I learned about Black mathematicians and realized we've always been great at math. Then I too can do math very well. The Afrocentric pilot program also strengthened teacher capacity, the capacity of educators to teach through an Afrocentric framework. Members of the Network of Black Studies Educators presented to educators who were taking the additional qualifications math course through the curriculum department led by Superintendent Shabero. They also developed a series of grade 9 and 10 Afrocentric math lessons to ensure positive impact for Black students in classrooms across the system throughout the year. To support the goal of safety and well-being, next slide, please. To support the goal of safety and well-being, the Agents for Social Change Summer Program and the 100-strong Summer Academy of Black Boys through the Center of Black Excellence offered hands-on experiential opportunities. Next slide. And those are parents who were also engaged in the program. Next slide. right, offered Black voice to the center of Black excellence, offered hands-on experiential opportunities that connected learning to culture, to wellness, and to leadership. The program strengthened numeracy, literacy, and STEM skills while inviting students to explore identity, storytelling, and community. Parents reported that the program helped build confidence, self-esteem, and a sense of belonging for their children. Also, the Monjading Wingashkeng Early Years Indigenous Culture Program, and next slide. Thank you. Also, the Monjading Wingashkeng Early Years Indigenous Culture Program from kindergarten to grade 8 hosted 88 Indigenous students and their families in joyful land-based programs, including storytelling, crafts, and cultural teachings led by knowledge keepers, nurturing pride, creativity, and intergenerational connections while empowering youth to carry Indigenous teachings forward. These programs were also shaped by student and parent voice. Students provided feedback on curriculum, and they also stated what they needed from their educators. They also mentored younger students to the principles of each one, teach one. Parents and caregivers shared their priorities, and their priorities were named as numeracy, literacy, and culturally affirming classrooms for their children. The Equity Department is committed to expanding credit granting opportunities, sustaining and growing the framework of the Afrocentric Summer School and Indigenous knowledge systems so that students experience joy, well-being, and excellence and meet the goals set out in the multi-year strategic plan. Thank you.
I'm going to ask Trustee Bailey and Trustee Clark to put that on the floor for me. Question or concerns? This is amazing. I personally want to say thank you for doing this. Recently, I was at my home and there was a family visiting, and I heard this young man talking about the program he attended. He said he was at Fletcher's in the program, and my granddaughter turned and asked him if he know who I am, and he said no. And when he learned who I am, he was so excited. But just to say the conversation that I hear that he was sharing with the other kids and the fun that he was having. And he was saying that I thought I couldn't learn math, but I know I can now, so to hear that with my own ear, it's a testament to what happened over the summer. So congratulations and thank you. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Okay, we'll move to 11.3. Director, back to you.
Thank you. And through you, Chair Green, I will now ask Associate Director Paul Da Silva to present the multi-year strategic plan in action.
Sorry, apologies. Thank you, Director Swarup, and through you, Chair Green. We are excited this year to continue bringing the multi-year strategic plan, MYSP, in action to life through the voices of our field superintendents. The MYSP, developed in collaboration with our Board of Trustees and staff, remains the guiding framework for the Peel District School Board as we work toward our shared vision. Its 4 pillars, student achievement, safety and well-being, equity and inclusion, and community engagement, are not just words on a page. They are the heart of everything we do in our schools and communities. Each month, we will highlight a field superintendent who will share a snapshot of the inspiring initiatives underway in their schools and initiatives that show how our educators, staff, and students are living the MYSP every single day. These presentations celebrate both the progress we've made and the ongoing commitment across Peel to ensure that every student experiences excellence, belonging, and opportunity. It is my pleasure now to invite Superintendent Rosalind Hoppy to share the exciting work happening in his schools in Area 11.
Thank you, Associate Director Da Silva, Director Swarup, and through you, Chair Green. I am honored to share how the Peel District School Board's multi-year strategic plan is being brought to life in Area 11, which includes Fletcher's Meadow, Jean Augustine, and Parkholme family of schools. This evening, I'll highlight 3 examples: the remarkable growth of the Advancement Placement Program at Jean Augustine Secondary School, the national and international impact of the Black Life Untold Stories docuseries and its accompanying resource guide, and the opening of Peel's newest school, Red Cedar Public School. Each example reflects our shared commitment to student success, belonging, and achievement. First, I am pleased to share that the astounding success of Jean Augustine Secondary School as they completed their first year of advanced placement, also known as AP, and which allows students to earn university credits while still in high school, earning credits while still in high school. Students challenge themselves with AP exams in English language and composition, biology, chemistry, French language and culture, pre-calculus, and calculus AB. Their results were remarkable. 100% success rate in both French language and culture and pre-calculus, with 17 students earning first-year university credits at the University of Waterloo, the University of Guelph, the University of Toronto, and McMaster University. These accomplishments speak volumes about the dedication of staff, students, and families who work together to bring this program to life. The momentum continues this year, with 140 grade 9s, 100 grade 10s, 97 grade 11s, and 67 grade 12 students now enrolled in AP. This growth highlights the potential of our students when they are given opportunities to rise to high expectations. It is a milestone we are proud to celebrate. Next, I am proud to highlight a resource making national, international, and local impact, Black Life Untold Stories. This docuseries, available on CBC Gem and Apple TV, represents a vital act of truth-telling, bringing forward stories too often excluded from Canadian history and honoring the resilience, creativity, and contributions of Black Canadians. These narratives enrich the curriculum, deepen critical thinking, and allow students to see themselves and others more fully reflected in the Canadian story. I'm especially proud that Peel educator Felicia McPherson of Fletcher's Meadow Secondary School co-authored the educational guides that accompany the series. These guides make the resource accessible to teachers and students across the province. In her own classroom, Felicia has used the materials to enhance her Black Studies course and support learning for all students, not just those who self-identify as Black. The docuseries has also been a powerful tool in the Afro-Canadian Diasporic History AP seminar course at Fletcher's Meadow. This past August, Peel partnered with the Halton District School Board, the Toronto District School Board Centre of Black Excellence for Student Achievement, and the Black Opportunity Fund to co-host a screening and share the resource. This resource is available now for all educators. It is designed for students in grades 7 to 12, but elements of this resource can also be adapted for younger grades. It is ready now to enrich instruction, advance equity, and support student achievement, all directly aligned with our multi-year strategic plan. Lastly, it is my pleasure to share the opening of Red Cedar Public School. On September 2nd, more than 825 students and their families walked into the school's welcoming halls for the very first time. Next slide. The joy and anticipation was unmistakable as students who had been attending Old and Lower Public School finally entered the building they had been waiting for. This opening was not just about a new building, it was about community. Led by the school's administrative team, staff worked tirelessly to ensure everything was ready. Office staff and custodians went above and beyond so that students were welcomed with safety, warmth, and belonging on day one. Red Cedar's opening reflects the Haudenosaunee principle of seventh-generation stewardship, emphasizing the collective responsibility we share in nurturing and supporting our students, not just for today, but for generations to come. Preparing the school for over 800 students required collaboration, problem solving, and the dedication of many. I want to especially acknowledge the Planning and Accommodation Support Services Department and the Facilities and Environmental Support Services Department, whose efforts ensured this vision became a reality. Red Cedar is more than a building. It is a new community hub where students will learn, grow, and thrive for years to come. In closing, the initiatives highlighted tonight, the AP success at Jean Augustine, the national and international reach of Black Life Untold Stories, and the opening of Red Cedar Public School reflect the strong commitment to student success across all of Area 11. Whether through rigorous academic pathways, culturally responsive resources, or new spaces designed to spark potential, each example demonstrates how our multi-year strategic plan is shaping learning environments where excellence is made possible through belonging. Thank you for the opportunity to share this work, and I would be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Associate Director De Silva and Superintendent Ape for this. Trustee Davis and Trustee B. McDonald is putting on the floor. Any question, any concern? Be done. All right, thank you for all the work that you continue to do to ensure our multi-year strategic plan are embedded in everything that we do, sir. Thank you very much. All those in favor? Carries, thank you. Okay, 11.3, which is our annual learning plan, and I'm going to ask my governance officer to present this.
Thank you. Good evening. And through the chair, tonight I present to you the annual trustee learning plan for approval. The governance and policy team will assist in coordinating various learning sessions for the trustees this year. Sessions include the trustee code of conduct. This session will provide an overview of the Office of the Integrity Commissioner and its role alongside a refresher on the code of conduct. Trustees will also receive a learning session on safe schools and special education. This will be an interactive session covering relevant PPMs, operating procedures, key timelines, and data. It will also provide more information on supports provided to students. There will also be a session on board assessment. This session will help build a shared understanding of why and how to conduct effective board self-assessments. Thank you, and through you, Chair, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay, Trustee B. McDonald, Trustee Alves is putting on the floor for me. Question, please.
Yeah, thank you. You know, the springtime is always a busy time of the year, and we have that May 20th is around budget committee and all kinds of retirement dinners and 25 year, whatever. Is it possible to move that? I know dates are really hard to come by too. Is that possible to move that to an April date?
Yeah. Okay, so what we can do with that one, we can send it out to trustees and with a couple dates, and the ones that come back favorable, we can do it. Yes, we can always move it. As same thing happened last year around that time, we had to push one back. So nothing is concrete in stone.
Okay, thank you for that answer.
Okay, all right. Any other questions? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Okay, I'm moving down to 12, communications. I got none. Trustee motion for consideration. I got none. Trustee notice of motion. I got none.
Chair.
Yeah.
Just a quick question, if you don't mind.
Yes, sure.
So respectfully, Chair, I did submit a notice of motion on time and in writing.
You didn't
earlier
submit
this
any
month.
to me. You did not submit anything to me? No.
Does it need to be sent to you
Yes,
specifically?
as the chair of the board, any motion needs to be sent to the chair of the board, and you did not submit one to me.
Sorry, I'm no disrespect, but I don't see where that wording
Okay,
is in
well,
the procedural
as the chair
bylaw.
of the board, I have to approve the agenda, and it's the agenda is the board agenda, not staff agenda, and therefore, it's the chair that approved the agenda.
Okay.
And thus, a trustee needs to reach out to me, even if you don't want to talk to me, reach out to me to say you have a motion and I would like to place it on the agenda. Okay? That's the rules. Thank you.
Excuse me, Chair, could I ask the governance officer if, because.
No, you have to ask the governance officer through me.
Yeah, just asking you.
Yeah.
If I could ask the governance officer through you. So
Yes.
If you didn't interrupt me, that's my next part of my sentence.
Mhm.
If a trustee sends her a motion, that it has to go through you. So I'm asking her about that in terms of the policy or procedural bylaws.
Procedurally, yes, it has to approve by the chair of the board. Yes, it is. I don't need to turn to her to answer it. I can tell you it is. Yes.
So through you, Chair, so by the governance officer not speaking up, she's agreeing with you.
Yes. Thank you.
Sure. Could I just clarify then? Should Trustee Cole resubmit her notice of motion to you, specifically to you, but not necessarily the governance officer or the director? Or can you just tell us who that needs to go to so that it can, and then can it get on the next agenda?
So I'm not gonna say whether it can get on the next agenda or not. I will say if any motion needs to come to me, CC the governance officer and the director, all three of us.
Okay, is there a judgment level there that you could, is there a judgment level as to what the notice of motion says that you could decide whether it be on the agenda or not?
I have to approve the agendas. And I have to approve the agenda. Yeah. Okay. Okay. trustees?
Mr. Chair, respectfully,
No,
I believe that good
I
debates
did not
leads to
give you
good
the,
governance.
I did not give you the mic, trustee Davis.
can I
Please,
call
you
a
can
point of
address.
order?
Point of order.
Point of order.
Point of order, please.
I'd like to call a
Point of order, please.
I'd like to
We
stay
gotta,
on-
until I recognize you, you cannot just jump in the mic and speak, trustee Davis. You have to wait your turn. Thank you. Trustee Hobbs has the floor as a point of order.
So through you, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to call a point of order and rise for the business of the day. The agenda has been adopted, and as such, no new notices of motion have been brought forward or been approved for this meeting. I think we have an obligation to continue the business of the day as per relates to the agenda as set and approved before us. And perhaps we can take our procedural questions offline and refer to the governance officer and the bylaws so that further notices can be brought to meetings forthcoming.
Thank you for that, trustee Hobbs. And trustee Alves, I've made a motion and point of order, and I'm going to rule on that. Thank you very much.
Can I say one other thing?
No, I rule. Challenge me.
Okay. I challenge the chair, recorded vote.
Okay. What is the challenge?
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be.
It has to follow our procedure by law.
But
Anytime-
I do want to know that if I submit
I
the
already
motion
rule.
again on
No,
time next
No,
month.
I already ruled. This matter is closed. You will submit it. Okay, I already ruled. You can speak to me after the meeting. Thank you.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
We will.
Okay. I'll move adoption of the closed session report. Trustee Av and trustee Chahal. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. I'm going to move down to success stories. Thank you.
Peel District School Board's multi-year strategic plan for 2024 to 2028 identifies the most important priorities for the board, as well as the actions necessary to accomplish these goals. These goals are all interconnected, and when we collaborate on achieving them, we will be more successful in fulfilling our purpose, which is to promote student success through inclusion, innovation, and empowerment. This summer, Peel District School Board and the University of Toronto Mississauga launched a new partnership, the Indigenous Summer School Mentorship Program. Designed to support primarily grade 11 and 12 Indigenous students, the program offered the chance to earn a university-level English credit while experiencing post-secondary campus life. Through experiential and land-based learning, students explored Indigenous texts, visited community partners, and connected deeply with First Nations, Inuit, and Métis voices. 7 Indigenous knowledge keepers shared teachings, while UTM mentors, including an Indigenous student and Indigenous staff, guided hands-on learning, like the beading circle. All 8 students who participated successfully earned their English credit and left with inspiration, connection, and a glimpse of future pathways in education and beyond. In July, 65 children and their families took part in a 5-day cultural experience designed to introduce young learners to Indigenous traditions, teachings, and ways of knowing. From art and music to land-based learning, the program offered interactive, age-appropriate experiences that helped foster a greater appreciation of Indigenous traditions, values, and relationships to the land. Highlights include storytelling with knowledge keepers Johnny and Chaz, to a drumming circle with Tabitha, and many interactive, creative learning opportunities. This program was offered in addition to the Maunjiding Wingushkang Cultural Summer Camp, establishing the beginnings of lifelong cultural understanding and reconciliation.
So the Afrocentric program is aimed at supporting students, specifically grade 9 and 10 students,
and really teaching them through Afrocentric ways of knowing and learning and being, and using those principles to help them learn curricular areas subjects, so like math, English, history, and we really want to make sure that we're supporting students in this way. We want to make sure we're creating a safe space here where they feel affirmed and they can learn together and build and develop their skills.
I wanted to get ahead in school, and when I was offered the Afrocentric program, which was to be in a school or be in a class with people who look like me, think like me, act like me, it gave me a better sense of comfort.
I chose to be in this program because I also like working with kids, especially that need help. I like to be a positive mentor to students and support. Also, I like advocating in society, and I like working with younger individuals as well. So I just want to be a positive role model for them.
So this is a great space where students can come to learn about their history, see themselves represented in Canadian history as well, and find different ways that they can make moves and be innovators and entrepreneurs by learning and gathering all of the experiences that we talk about and the different topics that come up.
I would say go for it, because it's like you make lots of new friends and stuff, and like you might build a close relationship with your teacher.
I would tell them to join because they would probably make new friends and have a blast and get a credit. You know, it's a 3-in-1 package.
In June, 7 Louise Arbour Secondary School Reach students traveled to Ottawa to compete in the Special Olympics Ontario School Championships, representing their school in Bochi. Despite being seeded last in their division, the team showed grit, determination, and heart, battling their way to the championship game. The result? Silver medals and a lifetime of memories. Highlights included visiting Parliament, staying at Carleton University, and even meeting a senator who's friends with Louise Arbour herself. Congratulations to Mohammed, Shanice, Angela, Mariana, Aslan, Shanvir, Nadim, and coaches Wright, Dennis, and Fong. In June, 140 students with autism from 13 schools across the Clarkson, Arundel, John Fraser, and Lorne Park families came together for a day like no other, the 4th annual Triple B Games. Hosted at Clarkson Secondary School, the Triple B Games were created to celebrate the strengths of these incredible students and to let them shine. With a free-flow format, students could move between events at their own pace, enjoying physical activity, healthy competition, and most importantly, fun. A sensory center in the heart of the field ensured students had a space to pause and recharge whenever they needed. Midway through the games, athletes were treated to a snack break and a halftime show by the DDR class at Central Peel Secondary School, the same group of students who designed and made the shirts worn by all athletes. Organizers Kelly Leslie and Joyce Tam shared their joy in seeing their vision come to life, a day focused on participation, growth, and belonging. Over 70 volunteers made this day possible, including Peel Police cadets, current and retired educators, teacher candidates, and high school students, all part of the growing community supporting these young athletes. The day ended with every athlete receiving a medal, followed by a community victory lap. The smiles, the pride, the sense of belonging. This is what the Triple B Games are all about. "17-year-old Krishiv Thakuria from the Woodlands was recently named a top 10 finalist for the Chegg.org Global Student Prize, the only Canadian shortlisted for the $100,000 award. Krishiv is reimagining inclusive education through AI, from launching AceFlow, a viral AI tutor, to creating Charm Bears, screen-free tools helping kids with dyslexia. Backed by Microsoft, IBM, and NVIDIA, he's spoken on global stages, launched civic tools like nextvoters.com, and even teaches AI to students in 11 countries as the youngest faculty member at Stanford's Code in Place. Krishev proves that empathetic AI can empower every learner, and he's just getting started. His journey reminds us that when students are empowered with empathy and innovation, every learner has the potential to shape the future.
I'm going to ask Trustee Cameron and Trustee K. McDonald to put those on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you very much. Trustee Obb, Trustee Davies, moving adjournment for me. All those in favor? Carry. Thank you, and have a good night.